Carly?
Yeah, that's exactly right. So the heaviest of rain is starting to move to the west and northwest of the hill country. But when you get 27 plus inches of rainfall over one area, that creates dangerous river conditions. And not only that, we have several counties that saw more than a foot of rain. Anywhere you're seeing that blue color, that is a foot of rain that fell. And so overall, the flooding is improving across the hill country. We're starting to see green gauges showing up on a lot of the creeks and along the Frio. But that's not the case downstream now. So where we didn't see the rain, we're now seeing the Frio rise to major flooding there north of Tilden. And Tilden is expected to reach major flood stage as we head into the early part of next week. Now, here's a reminder. The Nueces River reached a record height there south of Uvalde at 28.01 feet. And then as it travels downstream, we now have a red gauge, so that's moderate flooding south of Crystal City, and we are expecting Cotulla to rise here shortly. So what that means is the Nueces is expected to start rising on Saturday evening. That's for Cotulla, not Tilden. It's still about 4.5 days from being south of Tilden. So Tilden's going to see the Frio River rise first, and then south of Tilden, where the Nueces River is, that's going to rise second. But the Frio at Tilden is going to start rising on Sunday. Major flood stage is expected by Monday evening. And so here is the chart. So you start to get up to flood stage by Monday, and then Monday evening and overnight into Tuesday, we're expecting major flooding around 27 feet. So what does that mean? Well, at 12 feet there at Tilden, no flooding. Once we get above 12 feet, that's when the river is officially at bank full. At 22 feet, lowland crops and pastures start flooding. At 26 feet, that is when slab of the lowest buildings is starting to see water reaching it. Roads are becoming dangerous at 26 feet, and livestock can be trapped and drowned. So now is the time to start thinking about where your animals are, if you can move them, and this is the time to do that. Additionally, at 27 feet, lots of things can happen. Homes and businesses flood, evacuations start being needed. So if we reach that 27-foot criteria, there will be impacts, big impacts in Tilden. At 29 feet, which is not in the forecast as of today, but that would be similar to the 1937 flood. If we get closer to 30 feet, then the restaurant on the bank of the Frio could have 4 foot of water. And then 30 feet was the disastrous flooding on July 10th back in 2002. Now we're expected to stay below that at this point in time, but river forecasting is tricky. There's a lot of nuances that goes into it, meaning little small changes along the river can have big impacts on the forecast. So it's definitely worth keeping an eye on the latest river forecast as we head into the weekend.